This is deep learning lesson 2 SCP. We'll see the first task. The first task is to apply the loss and the accuracy on the given history object, which is from the source code. We need to apply the loss and accuracy for both training data and the validation data. Yeah, here we are making all the necessary import statements. As we are using the Keras model, we are importing the Keras and all the necessary things, and the main plot library is to plot the graph, and a NumPy library. Here we are reading the data from the Keras using this mnish.load. We are reading the test images and the train labels, train labels, and the test images and the test labels. Here I am finding the dimension of it by using the shape method and processing the data. Here I am converting each image shape 28 by 28 to 784 dimensional, and I am printing the dimension. Here I will get the 784, and I am converting the each value to float, which will be in between 0 and 1, and scaling the data of the scaling using of trained data and the test data. Here I am changing the labels, which can be done by using label encoder. The same thing can be done using two categorical. The labels is converted to categorical values, and here I am creating the network using the model sequential. Here this is the input layer with the dense 512 layers, and the activation method as ReLU, and here I am added the one hidden layer which will be of 512 layers and with the activation ReLU, and this is the output layer where the activation method I have changed it to softmax. Here I am compiling the model and predicting the model, and here I am evaluating the model. I'm printing the evaluation results, which is loss and the accuracy for the test. I'm reading the image index. Here I need to read an image from the given model. So I have given the image index as 110. It will read the image from the 110 index, and I am showing the index. I am appending the title to image of the digit of the test data, and after reading the image I need to predict predict the digit in the image. For that I am predicting it by passing the readed image, and here I am plotting the graph for the loss and the accuracy. For both I have plotting the graph for accuracy and for training data and the validation data. Now we will run this and see. As in order to show the output, it is running. It will take some time to run. Meanwhile we can see the second task. The second task is to plot one of the images in the test data and then do interfacing and check the prediction of the model on that single image in the test data. This is also included in the first program where I am reading the data of single data here using the test index, and I am predicting the readed image with the model. So this covers the tasks 2 also. This is the digit that it reads from the index 110. Now we will see the predicted digit. We have to close this, and this is the accuracy. This plot, if you see here, the training data which is almost equal to 1, where the test data it is nearly reaching to 98%. Now it is the accuracy. Now we will see the loss. Yeah, this is the model for loss, plotting for loss. The train data which is almost 0, and the test data is nearly to 0.10%. Now we will see the values. If you see here, the predicted digit, the digit we are getting the image is 8, and it is also predicting correct with the digit 8, and the loss is 10%, and the accuracy is the loss is 10%, and the accuracy is 97.9%. Now we will see the third task. we have to use two hidden layers of the relay activation. Try to change the number of hidden layers and the activation method to ta or sigmoid, and we have to observe the changes. Now we'll see the code for task 3. The program will remain same. The only thing here we need to do is to add the more hidden layers. Here I have added the more hidden layers. See, if for the same sequential model network, we are creating the network with the input layer activation as ReLU, and I have added 512 layers with the activation ReLU, and again added a hidden layer with the 252 dense layers with the activation method as stan, and they added again 400 dense layers with the activation as sigmoid. This is the output layer. Only this thing we need to add here in the task 3. We have to run this program and compare this with the previous program. Run this, and in the same way I have plotted the graph. See here, based on the given index, it is reading this image which look like 5. Here we are displaying the image also with the predicted value 5. This is the model that we are graph we are plotting for the accuracy. If you see here, the train data remains the same as is the train data. It is showing the accuracy up to 98, which is reduced previous to the last graph, and the test data is performing a little bit more accurate. Now we'll see the loss. Yeah, even the loss also from 0 to it's raised to 0.5 in the test data. Now we will see the values to get the more accurate information. If you see here, the accuracy is 98 percentage, which is slightly increased than the previous. As we have increased the more dense layers, the accuracy rate will be increased. The loss is 0.7 percentage, which is reduced than earlier as we increase the more dense layers. Now we will see the fourth task. We have to run the same code without scaling the images. If we will see the code and how we need to check the how accuracy changes. With scaling we can increase the accuracy, by without removing the scaling the accuracy has to reduce a little bit because we are not scaling the images. Here I have commented the scaling part. We'll run and see. As we using the same code, it is reading the same value again, 5, and it is predicting correct as 5. And this is the accuracy graph for the fourth time after removing the scaling, and this is the loss graph. Now we'll see the result. Yeah, if you see here, the accuracy got bit reduced to 97%. In the previously with scaling we got 98%. After removing scaling we got 97% as expected. Thank you.